Hey, Professor Vanderberg, I'm Jesse, and this video is in regard to the Was Jesus an Entrepreneur assignments. So the first question, in what ways did Jesus demonstrate entrepreneurial qualities versus being primarily a small business owner? So as for Jesus' entrepreneurial qualities, I noticed that he saw potential in people who were downcast, particularly people like Peter and who were just lower classes in society that he saw potential in. And he saw that they had purpose, that the Father had chosen them from before the foundations of the earth, of course. And also, Jesus started the world's largest nonprofit organization of course, in history. The church has 2.3 billion people who would affiliate themselves with it at the moment. And as for Jesus, small business owner, in contrast to that, not in contrast, more complementary to that, you can see Jesus' work ethic and patience through his small business time as before his ministry, so to say. Jesus worked hard. In the website, it said that he may have gone to Sepphoris. He was smart. He went to an area that he had better opportunity to sell his stuff that he made as a craftsman. It had also mentioned that most likely he took over Joseph's business after he died, most likely before his ministry. So you can see that he worked really hard to provide for his family. He was smart with his money, and that is kind of how I saw him as a small business owner. And obviously those things worked into his ministry as well. Now, question number 2, what implications does Jesus' career in ordinary work, craftsmanship, and business management have for how we value ordinary work today? So I was thinking, if God worked hard in a trade that was not very high in that society, who am I not to work hard in the job that I have that might not be I scoop ice cream for a living? So that's not the highest job, but if Jesus worked hard in a craftsman or carpenter job, I know I can work hard in that. And if I'm patient and know that if I just work hard, the little bit that God has assigned me to right now might grow into something that that requires more skill or something like that in the future. But I know he who is faithful in little will be made ruler over much, just as it says in the parable of the talents. And question number 3, if you approached work the way Jesus did, how might that reshape your own view of purpose, calling, and leadership in your future career? So I noticed Jesus' patience when he was a carpenter, waiting for God's call to his ministry. He worked hard, and he fulfilled his purpose after all that work when God called him. Of course, he dying for our sins, but he worked hard right up until the end, and he fulfilled his purpose in that way. He was patient for God's calling, which is something that hits me more. And leadership, I noticed that Jesus saw potential in people who were not high class in society. He wasn't a respecter of persons, so to say. So that's kind of how that affected me for purpose, calling, and leadership. Thank you.